Today's video is about world explorers, Cook, Hudson, and Cabot. The Age of Exploration marked a significant period in human history when intrepid individuals embarked on perilous journeys to discover new lands and expand the boundaries of the known world. Among the many explorers who left an indelible mark on history, James Cook, Henry Hudson, and John Cabot stand out for their remarkable voyages and contributions to our understanding of the globe. In this video, we will delve into the lives, expeditions, and legacies of these world explorers. Captain James Cook, a British navigator and explorer, is perhaps one of the most celebrated figures of the Age of Exploration. Born in 1728 in Marton, England, Cook began his maritime career as an apprentice, quickly rising through the ranks due to his exceptional skills in navigation and cartography. Cook's first major expedition was the First Voyage, 1768-1771, during which he sailed aboard the HMS Endeavour with the primary objective of observing the transit of Venus from Tahiti. This scientific mission laid the groundwork for future navigation and mapping endeavors. Cook's subsequent voyages, known as the second, 1772-1775, and third, 1776-1779, voyages, were instrumental in mapping the Pacific region, discovering new islands, and dispelling myths about the existence of a southern continent. Tragically, Cook met his end during his third voyage when he was killed in Hawaii in 1779. Despite his untimely death, Cook's contributions to navigation, cartography, and the understanding of the Pacific region solidified his place as one of the most influential explorers in history. Henry Hudson, an English explorer, made significant contributions to the exploration of the Arctic and North American waters during the early 17th century. Hudson's voyages were driven by the quest for a northwest passage to Asia, a fabled sea route that would connect the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. In 1607, Hudson undertook his first significant expedition sponsored by the Muscovy Company, searching for a northeast passage. Although the expedition was unsuccessful, Hudson's subsequent voyages would bring him closer to the North American continent. In 1609, he sailed under the Dutch East India Company's flag aboard the Half Moon, exploring the river that now bears his name, the Hudson River. Hudson's most renowned expedition was his attempt to find the elusive Northwest Passage in 1610, during which he and his crew became trapped in the icy waters of Hudson Bay. The crew mutinied, casting Hudson and several others adrift in a small boat, never to be seen again. Despite the tragic end to his final expedition, Henry Hudson's explorations significantly contributed to the mapping and understanding of North American waterways. John Cabot, an Italian explorer sailing under an English flag, is credited with one of the earliest European expeditions to North America. Born Giovanni Caboto around 1450 in Genoa, Italy, Cabot moved to England in the late 15th century, where he convinced King Henry VII to sponsor an expedition to find a westward route to Asia. In 1497, Cabot embarked on his historic journey aboard the Matthew and is believed to have reached the coast of North America, possibly Newfoundland or Cape Breton Island. This voyage marked the first known European exploration of North America since the Norse expeditions led by Leif Erikson in the 11th century. Cabot's achievements, though historically significant, are somewhat shrouded in mystery, with the details of his subsequent expeditions and fate remaining unclear. Nevertheless, his journey paved the way for subsequent European explorations and the eventual colonization of North America. The exploits of James Cook, Henry Hudson, and John Cabot exemplify the courage and determination of the early world explorers. Their journeys not only expanded the known world but also laid the groundwork for future navigational advancements and cultural exchanges. Who was James Cook, and what were his most significant contributions to exploration? James Cook was a British navigator and explorer born in 1728. His most notable contributions include mapping the Pacific region during his 3 voyages and dispelling myths about the existence of a southern continent. Cook's meticulous charts and observations greatly advanced navigation and laid the foundation for future exploration. What motivated Henry Hudson to undertake his explorations, and what were the outcomes of his voyages? Henry Hudson, an English explorer, sought a northwest passage to Asia during his expeditions in the early 17th century. Although he did not find the desired route, Hudson's explorations led to the mapping of North American waterways, particularly the Hudson River. His quest for a Northwest Passage influenced subsequent explorations and trade routes. What is known about John Cabot's journey to North America, and how did it impact exploration in the late 15th century? John Cabot, an Italian explorer sailing under the English flag, embarked on a historic journey in 1497, likely reaching the coast of North America. This marked one of the earliest European explorations of the continent since the Norse expeditions. Cabot's journey laid the groundwork for subsequent European interest in and exploration of North America. What were the key objectives of James Cook's 3 voyages, and how did they contribute to our understanding of the Pacific region? James Cook's 3 voyages had various objectives, including observing the transit of Venus, mapping the Pacific, and exploring the possibility of a southern continent. His expeditions significantly advanced geographical knowledge, revealing new islands and accurate maps of the Pacific region. Cook's legacy includes his impact on navigation, cartography, and scientific exploration. What were the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of Henry Hudson, and how did his expeditions influence later exploration in the Arctic? Henry Hudson's final expedition in 1610, searching for the Northwest Passage, ended tragically when his crew mutinied, leaving him adrift in the Arctic. The circumstances of his disappearance remain unclear. Despite the failure of his last voyage, Hudson's explorations contributed to understanding Arctic waters and influenced subsequent attempts to navigate the elusive Northwest Passage. Like the video and remember to subscribe to our channel.